I want to take you to San Francisco. We had mentioned earlier that Senator Feinstein got her start in politics back in 1978 as mayor of San Francisco. All these years later, the current mayor of San Francisco, London Breed, is sharing some of her thoughts on this day.
Support and respect for an iconic mode of transportation in San Francisco, and worked with both the public and private sector to raise the necessary funds to save our cable cars, which so many visitors continue to enjoy in San Francisco. You can't think about San Francisco without thinking about Dianne Feinstein and how she has consistently been a champion for people, for neighborhoods, for bridge building, for all the things that have made our city such an incredible city over the years. And I want to just also take us back to when I was a kid and when I was excited about playing for Dianne Feinstein, the mayor of San Francisco, the first woman mayor of San Francisco. I was in the Ben Franklin Middle School band. I played French horn. And we worked so hard to get ready to play for her right here at City Hall. We were known as Dianne Feinstein's band. Anytime there was any event, activity, or what have you, we basically were chosen as the band to perform for any occasion. And I remember begging my grandmother, begging her to get me some new pantyhose. I remember begging my grandmother for something new to look nice for the mayor. And she, in fact, bought the band sweaters that we wore that day, the band sweaters that we wore so proudly. And there was a level of pride to be in front of the mayor, to watch the mayor witness us play, and she was so proud of us, and she said so, and she took the time to talk to us, express how amazing we were, and to remind us that we were her band. Jack Martins was our conductor, he was our teacher, he was our friend, he loved her so. And in fact, when the 49ers won the Super Bowl, and she loved the San Francisco 49ers, they had a big celebration at the Fairmont Hotel, and you know that the Ben Franklin Middle School band was right there to play for her. She stopped by to say hi to us. She made sure she brought over Joe Montana. And let me tell you, that was one of the best moments of my life. I still remember it today. Growing up in San Francisco, she was always someone we looked up to, so much so that when she ran for senator, we helped in her campaign. I remember doing the envelopes and doing whatever it took. She was the first woman to really step out and to do this extraordinary work, both as president of the Board of Supervisors, as mayor of San Francisco, as the senator for the state of California. And just last night, she was on the Senate floor casting votes because she truly believed in doing her duty, being an extraordinary public servant, and it is clear that she cared about making a difference in the lives of so many. One of the first things that she did when she was on when she began to serve as a U.S. Senator, we were experiencing in 1992 the tragedy of what happened with 101 California. And the work that she did to get an assault rifle ban in place was extraordinary, especially at that time. She did it because she knew how important it was. She was constantly courageous, and she continued to push the envelope, build relationships across the aisle. She worked hard to work with other people because ultimately she wanted to accomplish things. She is truly a role model. She is an amazing individual, and so many of us, especially in the city and county of San Francisco, will miss her dearly. It wasn't just because of the work she did. It was because of the love and the compassion that she shared for so many people. And before I open it up to questions, I'll just say, you know, Dianne Feinstein never stopped being mayor. Whether she was calling me to ask for something to be done, or calling my chief of staff, Sean Ellsberg, who used to work for her, And any little thing was not too little for Dianne Feinstein. If there was something wrong with a sidewalk, a corner, an issue, it did not matter. She took the time because she cared so deeply about seeing San Francisco look and feel good, and wanted to make sure that what we were doing here on the local level was a great example of how to make significant changes, and she wanted us to make those changes and make San Francisco look and feel good for everyone who was a part of the fabric of San Francisco. I also want to say that she built so many extraordinary relationships, international relationships. She made San Francisco an international destination. In fact, the Shanghai sister city relationship, Senator Dianne Feinstein developed that along with other sister city relationships to recognize the diversity and how important it is to bridge the gap between communities in our city. I can go on and on about how so many of the things that she did here locally as mayor set the tone for what San Francisco has become and will
What a remarkable tribute.
Yeah, and again, like you and I were just saying, everything right off the cuff. Again, that was San Francisco Mayor London Breed.
Yeah, but a relationship that goes back to her being in the middle school playing the French horn. I mean, that is, I knew that she'd had a long history. I didn't know how close this actually was.
Yeah.
That was really, really fascinating.
And like the mayor said, the best moment was the senator dragging Joe Montana over to come say hello to all those kids in the band.
Well, we will
Remarkable
continue.
career.
There are so many people who are sharing their memories, maybe none quite as unique
No,
as
not like that.
London Breed's, but